going on, family? Today we're going over support and resistance, and it's been simplified the Forex profit way. Now, 80% of trading is waiting on setups, and most of these setups come from key areas that we call support and resistance. Now, what really is support and resistance, right? Support and resistance is an area of indecision in the marketplace between price. Support is the area below price, which cannot be broken. This is called, this is known as a bearish, right? And a bullish candle must be formed. Sorry, confused. Sorry, I got confused just now. I had a little typo in this. Forgive me, family. But support is the area below price, which cannot be broken. And in order for a support level to be formed, a bearish and then a bullish candle must be formed. Not a bullish and a bearish, then a bullish candle, because that means this area could not be broken. It is the floor. Then you have resistance. Resistance is the area above price, which cannot be broken, and a bullish and a bearish candle must be formed. I'm going to show you an example of these, all right? We do a top-down analysis when analyzing our charts to get precise zones in which these areas have a hard time breaking through. Now, let me show you the easy way of actually just drawing support and resistance, right? I'm gonna go through these with you. So let's go to chart. Sorry, let me share my screen again. All right, cool. So let's say we're looking at GBP USD. This area right here would be considered support. You see, we have a bearish candle and we have a bullish candle. This right here would be our support zone, right? And then to make a resistance zone, you have your bullish and your bearish candle. That would be considered resistance. It could not break through this zone, so it continued down, formed a new support, went up, came back down, and this is actually called a bearish. This is a bearish move right now. What you're going to learn about later on, we're sticking to support and resistance. So now what I'm going to do is show you how to draw up support and resistance on your chart. And what we would do is start from, we call it a top-down analysis. And what a top-down analysis is, it's starting from the higher time frames and coming down to the lower time frames, actually marking up, all right? So what we do is we color code, right? So I'm gonna give you the colors that I use, and you can use this as well if you decide to. So for my monthly time frame, I'm gonna put monthly. The monthly I use green. The weekly I use purple. The daily I use red. The 4 hour I use orange. The 1 hour I use, the 1 hour I use blue. And for anything under that, I use black, right? So black for smaller time frames. But when it comes to the 5 minute, I use the yellow. And you may ask, yo, that's a lot of marking up. You know, that's a lot of colors on your screen, you know. But when you are, when you're marking up, you need to understand what's going on in the screen. No one else but you. So, you know, I know a lot of you are new, and what you're going to be asking is, hey, is my markup right? What do you think about my markup? Honestly, I cannot really critique your markup. The only way for me to critique it is to say, all right, cool, I don't understand where you got your analysis from. But where you could understand where you got your analysis from, that's what matters, right? So when we are drawing our support and resistance, we are using the line chart, all right? You would have learned about these charts already. We have the Japanese candlesticks, the hollow candles, and a line chart. The only kind of charts we use is candles and lines. So what we would do, using our monthly time frame, what we're now going to do is look for areas of indecision. And I'm going to show you the different levels of indecision we'll be looking for, all right? So let's just say these are the lines. I'm going to give you an example for each one, all right? So we're going to be looking for a touch. That's when you have the line touch at the bottom over here. and also here. That means it touched the line. The next one would be considered a gap where it comes like this. There's a space. It didn't necessarily touch it, some space, but on this side as well, it did the exact same thing. Then we're going to have an overlap, right? That's when price overlapped the area. So these are going to be the areas we're looking for in the marketplace. So we'd come over here, we'd grab our horizontal line. What we're going to do now is look for these areas of indecision. This right here would be considered a gap. And because they're on a monthly time frame, I would now use the color green. Simple, right? Then I'm now going to look for a next area of indecision. Coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down, keep coming down. Right here would be considered an overlap. As you can see, price overlap here and price overlap over here. Coming down again, just looking for some more areas of indecision. Right here as well. Keep coming down, looking for some more areas of indecision. We have a next one right here where it acted as resistance and support. All right, awesome. This right there is an area of indecision. We have price testing this area plenty times. Coming down again. What we're now looking for still is areas of indecision. You see it acted as a support right here and a resistance right here as well. Coming down. All right, that should be it for the weekly time frame. I mean the monthly time frame. Now we go on to the weekly. Zoom out a little bit, go back to about January. Right here should be good. Now what I'm going to do is look for areas of indecision on the weekly time frame, and I'm going to be using the color purple. Right here is an area of indecision. You have price consolidated for a bit. So you can see if he switches back to the candlesticks, you'd see price consolidated in this area. So the reason why we use the line chart is because what now happens is you don't get all the noise, you don't get the wicks, right? So if you would look, you see it like this. So the line chart shows where price closed. When you go to the candlesticks, you would see basically, all this over here. And you see right here, we marked where price really closed, and that's where the line chart is. So let's go back over here. You would see is not so much noise, right? So let's get rid of that. But what we're now going to do is change this color to purple so we can know that this is an indecision level on our weekly time frame. Let's come down a bit more. Let's keep looking for some more levels of indecision. All right, that's another level right there. And honestly, I would stop right about here. This would be my last one. This right here is a gap. This would be my last one because price is all the way up here. Honestly, price is all the way up there. What I'm now going to do is go to the daily time frame. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Look for levels of indecision. All right. Right here is another level of indecision. We're going to color code this red because we are on our daily time frame. And you may ask, how do I remember it? See, it's consistency. So once you begin to use these colors more and more and more, you're going to be able to identify what's going on in the marketplace. And it's only practice, all right? Here's another level of indecision on our daily time frame, but acted as resistance and support. You have it overlap there as well. Let's come down, continue. Right here, again, we have another area of indecision. So you all should be getting the hang of this, right? So what I'm going to do is just go into the 4 hour. I would still mark it down to probably about, for the sake of this video, let me continue it. Right here is another level of indecision. And we're coming down again. All right, so now I'll go over to the 4 hour time frame. And what I'm going to do is the exact same thing, to zoom out a bit. And now I'm looking for areas of indecision again. Right here would be a gap for me. I would change this to orange. And TradingView will update from time to time. From the courses I've watched, each different course, the TradingView setup is different, right? But right here, you basically can adjust, how thick or thin it is, and it will update over time. And, if we see the need, we obviously will update this course as well too. But for now, this is pretty good. So what we're going to do as well is continue looking for areas of indecision. Keep coming down. There's another level right here. Let me ask, oh shoot, sorry. Let me ask why. And that's because we have right here, it acted as a support. Right over here, it acted as, support. Right over it acted as resistance. All right, we have some little gap areas right here. All right, here's another level. Another level, support, resistance. Another level right here. And what I'm not going to do is go over to my 1 hour. And what I do with my 1 hour is I switch to my candles, all right? I don't use the line chart anymore. And what I now do is just mark the wicks. So what I'm going to do is come up here, and you just want it to be in between all, right? So right here, I would do it because now it's lined off with all the wicks that I'm looking at right here, and it catches this one as well, right? Change this color to blue. Awesome, awesome. Now what I'm going to do as well is keep coming down and look for some more strong areas of indecision. Another level would be right here. And I'm just marking off the wicks. That's all I'm doing. Right here is another level of indecision. Coming down. You see, because this is where price wicked out. And what wicks is basically where price decided to climb up to, but did not close at. And these can help you as well when setting take profits or setting entries. Like you'll get better if you identify it, right? So this right here is how we would basically draw up support and resistance on our charts, right? On the next video, I'm going to actually show you how to draw support and resistance a cleaner way, a super cleaner way, all right? But I just basically want you to practice identifying these key levels. You want to be able to train your eye to support, to basically, point out these areas. You want to be able to point out these areas, all right? It's important you're able to, pinpoint these areas with your eyes to know what's going on inside the marketplace. But that's all for this video today. Um, just practice, practice, practice. If you don't understand, ask inside the group, and just keep going over it. You're going to get better.